What is going on, my fellow YouTuberians? My name is Scrunt, and today we are back on some MX vs. ATV All Out. Now in this video, I thought it would be a good chance to kind of catch up on what MX vs. ATV has been doing, mainly in the past couple weeks, maybe a month I would say, just kind of discussing everything that they've been doing on Twitter and real life and stuff like that. And I also have pretty substantial news containing my personal life. And this is nothing bad or anything like that. It's actually very, very good news. But I'm going to leave that at the end of the video so that we can just cover the MX versus ATV stuff real quick. So the first thing that I do want to talk about is that it's looking like we're going to be getting new gear. This question has been asked on Twitter quite a bit. And every time that we've asked it, they've always said, well, you know, we don't really have any gear sets going on right now. Maybe in the future. Well, they just released a teaser like a week and a half ago or something like that of a brand new Fast House helmet. So it does look like we are going to be getting some new gear. The Fast House helmet looks very, very nice. It was like green and black or something like that. It was pretty cool. But that just kind of shows us that, you know, gear is planned, even though they weren't really discussing it too much on their live streams and they weren't discussing it on Twitter. It does look like they have some gear options available. Hopefully they will have OEM gear options as well as more OEM graphic kits, because I would love to be rocking, you know, a Rockstar sort of look on my gear. I really like Rockstar, so it would just be pretty cool. Now the next thing that they were talking about is that the first official track DLC teaser, that is actually going to be dropping on the 3rd of August. And so that's going to be in a few days. 6 days, I think? 6 or 7. So in about a week, you know, give or take, it should be dropping fairly soon. We're going to get our first little teaser, I guess, the first look at what they're planning on adding with this DLC. Now that is fine and dandy. Everybody loves DLC. Everybody loves getting new content. But the problem is, still don't have 1.07. Oh man. Hopefully 1.07 will come out fairly soon. You know, that's kind of what I've been waiting for, looking on Twitter and the different social media hubs for MX vs. ATV, just trying to figure out whether or not they have a timeline for 1.07 for Xbox and PS4. Obviously, if you're on PC, you've been enjoying that for about a month now, maybe. So, congrats to you. Wish I played on PC, but just not the way that it played out, I guess. Now, probably the last and biggest piece of news that we do have is that MX vs. ATV All Out will be the official video game of the 37th Annual AMA Amateur National Championships at Loretta Lynn MX. So they're going to have a nice air-conditioned gaming rig at the ranch. You know, you can stop by, play with them, ask them questions or whatever. So that's going to be pretty cool. I'm not going to make it out there. I definitely didn't really have any plans on going out there. Wish I could. Wish I lived closer. But sadly, not something that I think is going to be doable unless someone flies me out and pays for everything. Which probably isn't going to happen. But that's kind of it for MX vs. ATV news. I don't know if you guys were really kind of expecting anything more major, but that's all that there was to really cover in the past month. They've been getting a lot of different pictures, screenshots, some clips and stuff like that, and they really are enjoying that. They really like when you guys send in your stuff. I guess they have over 300,000 followers, subscribers, whatever you want to call it, on all their social media stuff. So all combined, they have 300,000 or something like that. So if you do send in your clips, if you do send in your photos, it will probably show up and you will probably get a little bit of recognition for it. It'll just be kind of cool. I've seen, you know, different screenshots that are getting thousands upon thousands of likes on Instagram, which is pretty cool. I should probably submit my own at some point. I actually haven't submitted a video or a pic to MX vs. ATV on their Twitter. Ever since I played the game. I think I submitted one, and it was for one of the first Whip It Wednesdays that they were hosting. I didn't win, even though I'm pretty sure that week I was the only one that submitted a friggin' video. Oh well. I win enough when they retweet and like all my stuff that I do, so it's a fair trade-off. But yeah, so let's get talking about the personal stuff. This is actually going to be fairly quick as well. So my internet as some of you may know, was not the greatest. Like, it for a 5-minute video, it would take about 2 hours, 2.5 hours, depending on whether or not the internet was going to work with me that day. And it was very tedious and cumbersome to do like a daily upload schedule with the internet being that way, because you obviously can't, or you shouldn't be doing anything while you're uploading so that you can get the good speeds. Well, my internet just got upgraded yesterday, so I am now getting 100 to 120 megabits per second compared to the 15 to 20 that we were getting at its peak. So these videos probably going to be coming out a bit more often, and they're probably going to be a little bit longer. That's why the videos that I was making, sorry, bad English, they were about 5 minutes long, because that's all that I could really take. Like, I didn't want to sit and just kind of twiddle my thumbs for 4 hours just to upload like an 8-minute video or whatever. So the videos will be a little bit longer. They'll probably be a bit more frequent. I haven't been uploading just because I haven't felt the need to. When I left for vacation, I was actually in a pretty bad mood. There was no content for MX vs. ATV. My editing software kept glitching every single time that I would try to make a video. And my internet was terrible, so it would take, you know, a super long time just to upload a simple video. But now that that's all pretty much fixed up, I mean, everything that I've just said is pretty much fixed, except for the content. Still waiting on that. But you know, they are. It looks like we're getting closer and closer to the day that 1.07 is going to launch. I think 1.07 is probably going to be out the door, and then we're gonna have like 1 or 2 weeks of it, and then the DLC is gonna be like immediately on its heels. I think that's probably the way that they're going to do it, just so that there is more new content in the game, because even though 1.07 will fix a lot of the things, you know, the game, even if it ran flawlessly right now, would still be sort of bland and boring. It's just, there's not much to do other than, you know, Supercross and Nationals online. And even that's a struggle, trying to get into a match and trying to deal with that. So this morning I actually could not get into one. It wasn't the fact that I just couldn't join any. It was the fact that there were no lobbies open other than Freeride, which I was pretty surprised about. But eventually one did open up, and I got into it, and it was this guy. Had to destroy him a little bit, but it was all in good fun. Maybe he learned a thing or two. But that's going to be about it for this one, guys. I think I've touched everything that I wanted to. Got the MX vs. ATV news out of the way. Hopefully there'll be more of that pretty soon that I can cover. I don't know, man. Like, I kind of do like rambling, like I am doing now, and kind of making like stupid short videos of me just rambling. But I kind of like keeping it about MX vs. ATV at the same time. So who knows? But that's going to be it for this one, guys. Hope you did enjoy. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.